So award shows are supposed to be all glitz, fancy gowns, polite claps, and boring acceptance speeches. But sometimes they turn into total chaos. Celebrities lose it, trip, fight, or just do something so wild you can't believe it's real. From Kanye snatching mics to slaps that echoed around the world, these are some crazy celebrity award moments that shocked everyone. Kanye West interrupts Taylor Swift. We begin with one of the most chaotic moments in award history. It's 2009 at the VMAs in New York, and 19-year-old Taylor Swift had just won the Best Female Video for You Belong With Me,
Taylor Swift,
beating Beyoncé's Single Ladies. Taylor's up there, clutching her Moon Man trophy, giving her acceptance speech when Kanye West walks up. He just strolls onto the stage like it's his show, grabs the mic and says, "I'ma let you finish." But Beyoncé had one of the best music videos of all time.
I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
The crowd goes quiet as a frozen Taylor stands there, not quite sure what to do next. A tearful and embarrassed Taylor was quietly ushered backstage as the award went on. But the internet was already on fire. This wasn't just a moment. It started a feud that lasted years, with songs, apologies, and more drama. Later, Beyoncé, who won a different award that night, called Taylor back up to finish her speech.
I'd like for Taylor to come out and have her moment.
Kanye said he was standing up for art, but most people thought he was just rude. What do you think Kanye's fault? Or was he just being Kanye? Will Smith slaps Chris Rock. In a shocking turn of events, things got physical when comedian Chris Rock played host at the 2022 Oscars. As expected, he was throwing out jokes like he always does. Then he looks at Jada Pinkett Smith and makes a joke about wanting to see her in the sequel to G.I. Jane.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it, all right?
It was a silly little jab at her shaved head. Thing is, Jada was bald because of alopecia, which she had already previously talked about. Will Smith was laughing at first, sitting in the front row. Then he sees Jada's face, and she's not happy. Next thing you know, Will's walking up on stage. Nobody thinks it's serious until he slaps Chris across the face.
Oh, wow!
You can literally hear it through the mic. The room goes dead quiet, like, is this a skit? Chris, trying to keep it together, tries to make a joke out of it by saying, "Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me."
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Will returns back to his seat, sits down and yells at Chris, asking him to keep his wife's name out of his mouth.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
Later, Will wins Best Actor for King Richard and apologizes to the Academy by giving a speech about protecting his family.
I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize to all my fellow nominees.
He, however, did not apologize to Chris. Will Smith got banned from the Oscars for 10 years. Adele restarts her Grammy tribute. At the 2017 Grammy Awards, singer Adele was billed to do a tribute to George Michael, who passed away a few months earlier. She starts, but it's off. Her voice wasn't hitting it, so she stops, and right there on live TV curses into the mic without warning.
I know it's live TV, I'm sorry I can't do it again like last year.
It's loud and clear for all to hear. She then apologizes for swearing, saying, "I can't mess this up for him. Can we start again?"
I'm sorry for swearing and I'm sorry for starting again. Can we please start it again? I'm sorry, I can't mess this up for him.
She shakes it off, starts over, and this time around, she sings it perfectly. And that's why we love Adele. She didn't care about looking perfect. She only cared about getting it right. Imagine being up there, millions watching and saying, "Nah, let's do it again." That's Adele. Total respect. Adrien Brody kisses Halle Berry. At the 2003 Oscars, Adrien Brody won Best Actor for his role in The Pianist. Adrien was so thrilled, he ran up and grabbed presenter Halle Berry for a big, unplanned, passionate kiss on the lips. The crowd cheered. Halle looked shocked but laughed it off. Years later, she said to Andy Cohen on Watch What Happens Live that it wasn't planned.
Was that planned?
No, that was not planned. I knew nothing about it.
Back then, people thought it was bold, maybe charming. Now, it would probably get roasted online. Either way, it's one of those moments you can't unsee. Adrian, maybe check with Halle first next time. Nicki Minaj calls out Miley Cyrus. Even before the Miley Cyrus incident, the atmosphere of the 2015 VMAs was already heated. Nicki Minaj attended the event mad because she thought the VMAs snubbed her Anaconda video, saying they only celebrate slim bodies and don't give Black women enough credit. Miley Cyrus, who was hosting, got asked about it in an interview, and she responded that Nicki's comments were just about herself. Big mistake. Nicki wins Best Hip Hop Video, grabs the mic, and says, "And now, back to this bitch that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press. Miley, what's good?"
This bitch that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press. Miley, what's good?
Miley handled it quite well, if you ask me. But Nicki wasn't playing. She was calling out what she saw as unfair. That moment was like a fight breaking out at a party. The internet loved it, saying Nicki owned the stage. Miley tried to brush it off later, but the damage was done. The Oscars streaker. Let's go way back to the 1974 Oscars. It was all fancy, with David Niven hosting and looking sharp in his tux. Everyone was expecting a classy night, when suddenly a guy ran across the stage, completely naked, flashing a peace sign like he was at a rock festival.
Quite likely.
The crowd lost it, half laughing, half gasping. David Niven, cool as ever, handled it like a pro, saying that it was bound to happen.
That was almost bound to happen.
The guy, Robert Opel, became a legend overnight. Back then, streaking was this weird trend, and he only took it to the Oscars. People talked about it for weeks, and it's still one of the boldest things to ever happen at an award show. No mics got stolen, but that guy definitely stole the spotlight. Steve Harvey's Miss Universe mistake. During the 2015 Miss Universe pageant, the unthinkable happened. Steve Harvey was hosting, and when it was time to announce the winner, he announced Miss Colombia, Ariadna Gutierrez, as the winner. Ariadna was so excited, waving and crying. You know, the whole deal. Minutes later, Steve comes back out looking like he's gonna be sick. Steve came to apologize because he had misread the card. The winner was in fact Pia Wurtzbach, Miss Philippines.
I have to apologize. The first runner-up is Colombia. Miss Universe 2015 is Philippines.
They take the crown off Ariadna's head and give it to the actual winner, Pia Wurtzbach. Ariadna was crushed, and Steve, mortified. That moment's still painful to watch because nobody wanted that for anyone. Still, you can't help feeling bad for Ariadna Gutierrez. The La La Land Moonlight mix-up. The 2017 Oscars were something else. Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway took the stage to announce the winner of the Best Picture. They got the envelope, looked confused, and announced La La Land as the winner.
For Best Picture.
You're impossible. Come on. La La Land.
The La La Land team excitedly rushed to the stage and began their speeches, all smiles, only to realize that there was an error. Beatty and Dunaway had been handed the wrong envelope. They got the envelope for Best Actress, which Emma Stone won for La La Land. The La La Land folks step aside as Moonlight's team takes the stage, and it's all a mess.
Sorry, no, there's a mistake. Moonlight, you guys won Best Picture.
That mix-up became the ultimate Oscar fail, talked about more than the actual winners. People felt bad for both teams. The La La Land crew were already halfway through their acceptance speech and Moonlight's moment got overshadowed in the mix-up. Leonardo DiCaprio's reaction to Lady Gaga. During the 2016 Golden Globes Award, Lady Gaga was confidently walking up to grab her award for Best Actress in a miniseries for American Horror Story when she accidentally bumped into Leonardo DiCaprio's shoulder and arm, which were sticking out into her path. DiCaprio's reaction was pure gold. He pulls this grimace, like he just smelled something bad, and raises an eyebrow. The cameras caught it, and that moment became an instant classic. DiCaprio later said he didn't know what was coming his way. He was just surprised. Gaga didn't care. She grabbed her award and kept it moving. Typical Lady Gaga, but that split-second face became bigger than the award itself. Jennifer Lawrence trips at the Oscars. Jennifer Lawrence was everyone's favorite in 2013. To crown it up, she had just won Best Actress at the Oscars for her performance in Silver Linings Playbook, and the crowd was cheering as she headed up.
Jennifer Lawrence, Silver Linings Playbook.
But her dress was massive, and she trips on the stairs on her way to the stage. The moment she went down, Hugh Jackman and Jean Dujardin rushed to help her up, but she grabbed her Oscar like it's no big deal. The audience too responded, jumping up and clapping, as Lawrence laughed it off, saying to the crowd, giving her a standing ovation, "You're only standing because you feel bad I fell, and that's really embarrassing."
Thank you. You guys are just standing up because you feel bad that I fell, and that's really embarrassing, but thank you.
That fall made her even more lovable. She didn't play it cool, just owned it. Brie Larson's silent protest. In 2017, Brie Larson presented the award for Best Actor to Casey Affleck for his performance in Manchester by the Sea, but her response was odd. Brie handed Affleck the award and refused to clap for him. And as they walked away together, she didn't embrace or try to congratulate him. Instead, they both walked off the stage like two strangers. But why? Well, Larson's a big advocate for sexual assault survivors, and Affleck had 2 sexual harassment lawsuits leveled against him during the filming of the bizarre faux documentary, I'm Still Here. Both of them were settled out of court in 2010. Talk of the allegations resurfaced during Affleck's Oscar campaign for his solid performance in the beautiful tragedy, Manchester by the Sea, so fans quickly connected Larson's response to the recent discussion. But was she shading him? She never said it outright, but the timing was obvious. John Travolta's name flub. At the Oscars in 2014, John Travolta was set to announce the live performance of Let It Go from the Oscar-winning movie Frozen, which had earlier on picked the award for Best Animated Feature and would later go on to win an award for the song. Travolta's job was simple: introduce the performer Idina Menzel, but he messed it up. He was doing okay until it was time to say her name. He called her Adele Dazeem.
Talented one and only Adele Dazeem.
The crowd was confused, but Idina sang anyway. Travolta later said the teleprompter messed him up, but come on, John, it's still one of the funniest flubs ever. He and Idina laughed about it later, but Adele Dazeem? Well, you gotta double-check those cue cards. Miguel's painful leap. During the 2013 Billboard Music Awards, Miguel was performing his hit song, Adorn, when he decided to spice it up with a big leap from one section of the stage to another. Bad idea. He misjudges it, lands on a fan, and basically clotheslines her with his leg, his crotch right in her face. Miguel kept going, but that poor fan, Kiati Shah, was shaken. She said later she was in shock. Miguel apologized, but that moment's etched in award show history. Maybe stick to one side of the stage next time, Miguel. Marlon Brando rejected his Oscar. It wasn't such a big surprise when Marlon Brando won the Oscars for Best Actor after his performance in The Godfather, a role that sort of reignited his struggling career. The surprise, however, was when Brandon refused to accept the award. Instead, he sent Native American actress and advocate Sacheen Littlefeather to attend the award on his behalf. When his name was announced as the winner, she walked up to the stage and waved off the Oscar. She then explained that Brando had written a long speech that she couldn't share with the audience because of time, but that he very regretfully could not accept the very generous reward.
In a very long speech, which I cannot share with you presently because of time, but I will be glad to share with the press afterwards, that he very regretfully cannot accept this very generous award.
Brandon's reason for rejecting the award was because of how Hollywood treats Native Americans. Her announcement caused a stir. Some clapped, amidst audible boos.
And the reasons for this being are the treatment of American Indians today by the film industry.
Brando's move was bold. Many saw it as egoistical, but others said it was brave. It's still one of the boldest Oscar moments ever. Madonna's Brits tumble. Madonna's a legend, right? Yeah, we can all agree with that. Well, at the 2015 Brit Awards, she suffered a terrible wardrobe malfunction. While performing Living for Love, Madonna was set to slay. She wore this dramatic Armani cloak, which a backup dancer was supposed to pull off. The problem is, it was tied too tight. The dancer yanks it, and Madonna goes flying backward down the stairs. The crowd gasps, but Madonna, she gets up and keeps on singing. Later, she said she was bruised, but proud she didn't quit. That's why she's the queen. Imagine falling like that on live TV and powering through. And there you have it, some of the craziest celebrity award show moments that had us all glued to our screens. Which one had you the most shocked? Drop it in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.